All right, we're now live. Is my scorekeeper not running? I could have sworn I already said this. Okay, there it goes. All right, who's ready for a countdown?
Me.
Give me a sec.
Okay. Got Rainus in the chat saying, "Hey, what's up, Rainus?"
Yeah, that guy's been home this week.
Yeah,
He's been requesting and chatting, and it's been nice having him back. I speak as though he's not listening right now. Yeah, how's the snow where you guys are?
Crazy. None.
Yeah, crazy even for Chicago.
Yeah. So, like, the last 2 or 3 years, there was maybe like 3-4 inches of standing snow. Right now we have like 2 feet, 2 to 3 feet. So,
But I mean, not unprecedented for Chicago. Just
right. It's just we had a blizzard.
it's one of
like,
those.
Yeah, we had very heavy snowfall.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of pissed, man. Tallahassee's just not getting any of the fun. Like, I'm not saying that, what's going on in Texas is fun, but I'm just saying, at the very least, it would have given me an excuse to stay home from work. Like,
I was really looking.
It's been raining here, and I'm like, ugh.
I was really looking forward to having icicles on my ceiling fan.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. How does that even happen?
You see, when the temperature is cold and water drips, it freezes into a shape.
Hey, David, I've looked at the recipe on how to make ice on food.com. Okay, I know how ice works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's that stuff? Unfrozen ice? I'm struggling to think of it.
Very cold soup.
Right. Water, that's the word. Ugh. All right, yeah, cool. Anyway, yeah. Weather here is fine. Yeah. Disappointingly fine. And now I'm more ready than I was. So,
all right, David.
Even when I'm not ready, if you start the show and I get to do the intro, it'll be better than last week's intro. So, good
yeah,
Lord.
That was rough.
Maybe you should do the intro with me here to supervise.
No.
No, you shouldn't.
All right, who's ready for a countdown?
I am.
John is. Jesse is. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? It's Game That Tune back in the house once again. It's ya boy, John Harrington here. We got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey.
We've got David Fleming. Say hey.
Hey.
And we've got the GTT champion, Jesse Moore. Say hey.
Hey.
Hell yeah, guys. Welcome back. It's so good to be back with you guys, back at the beginning of the show doing the intro correctly. Man, it feels good. No technical difficulties this week yet. Give it time, babies. Hope you're having a lot of fun out there. Hope you're not joining us for the first time. But if you are, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna listen to some video game tunes. We've each got 3 songs from a game. We're gonna try and guess each other's games based on the songs with a little bit of trivia. We're gonna goof off and have a lot of fun. The winner at the end of the night gets to pick a theme for the next episode and play some bonus tunes. And our winner last week, with the assist from our guest correspondent Grim, it was me, scoring double points. What a show it was! What a bamboozlement it was that I put over on Jesse. Sorry for that, sir. And I chose what I feel is a pretty fun theme for this week's episode. The theme is exploration. So games that let you explore places, games with settings, as it is. Pretty much anywhere that you can go, any game that lets you go to a place and it's not confined. Yeah, like I was trying to think of like what the limitations are on exploring. Like, do you ever really explore a Mario game?
Mario Odyssey.
Yes.
Like the 3D ones, yes. 2D ones, not so much.
So I want to ask
Depends.
if the theme is limited to spatial exploration, because I seem to recall you saying at the end of last week's show, like, exploration as a concept, not necessarily like physical exploration, as long as there was something that you could explore.
That was
Maybe like exploring like a philosophical thing, or like as long as there was some kind of exploration, but not necessarily
Sexual exploration.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're just broadening our horizons on tonight's show, David. No, that most of the shit that comes after someone says their theme at the end of the episode is nonsense. Much like when I said a theme about exploring, and Jesse trailed off into talking about exploring the mindscape or whatever. No, usually that's not real stuff for the theme. That's just kind of shit and drunken gibberish at the end of the show. You'll see when we get to tonight's theme at the end of the episode. It's bound to happen. We ask for like a point of clarity on a theme as simple as exploring.
And there's fucking robots in it. Whatever, just do it.
Right, and come. Why not? Sure, like somehow it always happens this way. It just
Yeah,
You
have
know
you
how
been
this
on the
show
show,
goes.
David?
I'm just saying that I don't want to hear the game over sound.
That's fine.
Well,
You will not.
Nobody
We'll play
wants
you a
to
new
hear
song.
it, David. It's not up to. Oh, it is strictly up to you whether or not you hear it. It's not up to us, man.
Oh man, so yeah, it sounds like David's got a pretty great game lined up. The rest of us also have great games lined up. We got a great fan request. I think we're gonna have a blast, man. We're gonna, like I said, broaden our horizons, explore some vast landscapes, some worlds, some distant worlds, some space,
but
some
not spirituality or science or any kind of
No.
emotions. Fuck all
No.
that.
It's not about this. Isn't like a theological fucking exploration. We're not going to be searching inward on tonight's episode. That's for goddamn sure. So, it's gonna be a blast, and we're not going to learn anything. So let's just head out, Johnny. Let's strike out on the open road and start with game one.
Game 1.
David fucked up. Thought a song was going to start.
Yeah.
I think Johnny fucked up.
Up. Hold on, give me a second.
Oh,
Do me a
good.
favor. Actually restart the song if you're having technical difficulties. Don't
Yeah.
just fucking turn it up.
I love the fact too that you were like, technical difficulties. We'll see what happens, and like not even 3 minutes later, we have technical difficulties.
Bam.
Fresh.
So David's exploring the soul, and Johnny's exploring new depths to pull the show down too with his technical proficiency. I'm
Fresh
sorry, Johnny. I don't mean to rag on you.
Game 1.
I love you. I don't though.
So in this game, it has a highest difficulty called lethal mode. And in lethal mode, all non-boss fights end in like 1 or 2 hits. So like if you get hit once or twice, you're dead. Same with the enemies. So you got to be pretty quick. All right, gentlemen. Let's see some answers. Unsheath your answers. Oh man, Johnny came to play. All 3 of them said Ghost of Tsushima. All of them are correct.
Oh,
Johnny,
sorry,
we have
wrong
a hat
sound.
trick
Wrong
sound.
3 of them
I
are
know,
correct.
I know. Just hit the wrong
This
keys,
is-
lol.
Yeah.
I know, John.
So yeah, this is Ghost of Tsushima on the PlayStation 4, and this game is incredible. I don't mind saying.
Don't even hit the hot take sound, Johnny. He's right.
Hot take.
Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth, John?
Don't tell me what not to do.
At least ask him whether or not it's a hot take. Be like, "Oh, you think it's incredible?" And then, like, hit the button. Don't just do it because I tell you not to. You weird contrarian. God. Yeah. Anyway, Jesse, I haven't played this yet, but I think you've been playing it, and methinks you're endorsing this game heavily.
Oh, I fucking love it. Like it starts off so cool. Like, okay, so the Mongols are attacking this island in Japan in like the 1200s. And so the Japanese send some samurai to go deal with it. And so of course they're all about the Bushido and honor. So they go down to the beach to the like main Mongol camp. And so like the main samurai is there and the Mongol leader is there, and there's like a big like circle of Mongols, and they're just sitting there. And the samurai is trying to, talk some sense into him. And the Mongol guy takes a big swig of whatever kind of alcohol he has, then spits it on the samurai and throws a torch onto him and just lights that motherfucker on fire. And then, like, as soon as that happened, I was like, this game is great because that's so fucking cool. Like the Mongols,
Strong start.
Mongols is like, fuck your honor. I'm gonna light you on fire, motherfucker. And so the Mongols don't fucking mess around. And the combat in this game is so good. Like it's very visceral. The strikes feel good. It's can be hard if you're not paying attention and parrying and dodging and stuff. You can get fucked up real quick. But it's like this weird thing where in the story you're slowly learning to like fight like a ninja, and which is very like if you listen to your like uncle and other samurai is very dishonorable. And so like anytime you like kill like someone from the bushes or something, like your character is like, oh, uncle would not feel very good about that, or oh, I'm bringing dishonor, or he's like I guess I had to do it somehow, you know. And sometimes like you'll have like this like flashback of your uncle telling you about how, you know, a samurai always looks his opponent eye to eye, and like eventually I guess you get to a point where you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw kunai and use smoke bombs and stuff.
Man, let me tell you something. As somebody who has several uncles and is an uncle himself, who gives a fuck what your uncle thinks? Like,
Yeah.
dude, be a samurai ninja. Are you kidding me?
I
Like,
know.
I
For a
feel like,
second,
Come on, Unc. Fuck off.
I feel like
For a
this
second,
uncle
I
is
really
I feel like
I
this
really
uncle's
thought you were-
projecting a bit. That by
Probably.
the end of the game, you're gonna find out this uncle was actually ninja the whole time.
Yeah,
Uncle
you're-
Ninja.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we always called him Uncle Ninja. Son of a bitch.
for a second I thought you were going to go in a different direction. Like, as someone who myself has also massacred many people, I can say
Exactly.
is like, wait, what?
Yeah, as a ninja myself, I gotta say it's cool, and one day I will teach my nephew the right ways, the ways of being a ninja, because it's cooler than not being a ninja.
But like you can totally approach this game. Like if you wanted to be just straight up samurai, you can like go into like Mongol camps and there's a command that pops up. Press up for standoff. And so that's
Nice.
you press that and then you just basically waltz into the camp and you're like, Mongols, come out. I want to fight you. And like then this really cool scene where like you are standing there with your back to the camera and the enemy is right there and you got to hold triangle. And then whenever they strike you, you let go of triangle and you do the awesome samurai thing where you unsheath your sword into their face.
Oh.
And then if someone is about to attack you from their side, you can hit X right before they attack you to do it to them too. And you can like skill into like where you can just like take out like 4 or 5 dudes like at the beginning. And sometimes that's the whole camp. So
Okay, now hold on, because now I'm kind of thinking you should listen to your uncle, because that sounds fucking awesome. Like, being a ninja is cool, but also like walking into a fucking camp of Mongols and hitting them with a strong lean and just fucking like taking them all out with badass sword swipes, like just to their faces. That's really awesome.
I mean that's cool too. But you can also learn how to chain assassinations. So like you could be like sitting on like a rooftop and see like 3 dudes like around a campfire and just drop down, stab one in the back, like spin around, stab the other guy in the throat, and then like turn around and throw a kunai into the other guy's face. And like so like either you come at him straight ahead or you come at him from the top of a building or in the shadows. You're learning some stuff to fuck these people up.
So I mean, like, is it the kind of thing where like so you're presented with like opportunities, I'm thinking like Breath of the Wild, you can like kind of come at the camps a number of different ways, drop in, roll a bomb in there, do something. It's the kind of thing where like as this samurai / ninja with this uncle, do you have like a devil uncle and an angel uncle, like a samurai uncle and a fucking ninja uncle on your shoulder being like, no, don't do it, go in there and slash their fucking faces off? No, you should hide in the bushes and wait for one of them to come by and chop off their legs. Like, does the uncle like come to you and offer you advice? Like, is it like having 2 navies for
Not
like an
really.
uncle? Okay,
Not really.
dang.
Sometimes you run into characters that are more ninja-y, and they're like, "Look, dude,
I know
look,
your
there's-
uncle. He was a punk.
There's like 50 of these fucking dudes, and if you just walk in holding your sword in the air, they're gonna fucking kill you. You can't do the cool, 5-hit combo to 50 of them.
Mhm.
So what are you thinking? We need to sneak around, kill their leader to freak them the fuck out. Fire an arrow into that hornet's nest over there to piss off the bees. That really fucks them up when you do that.
Get the dogs that shoot the bees.
Yeah, the dogs that shoot the bees.
Yeah, is there a command for kill their leader and brandish their head to make everybody quit and serve you? Because that also seems like a really great strategy. I snuck into your camp and I killed the general. Here's his corpse.
I haven't.
Serve me now.
I'm pretty sure that's L2. Just
Yeah.
tap
Okay.
L2.
I think you got to click the stick for that one. It's those the extra buttons.
There is a talent you can skill into where if you perfect parry an enemy, other enemies nearby will get freaked out and
Nice.
and try to run away.
That's
oh shit, that guy knows how to fight. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good thing. I feel like too many times in games, you're fucking up a group of people and they just keep coming at you. It's you see, I'm fucking you up. It's coming.
Yeah,
Don't
You
fuck
have
with me
no
right now.
hope.
Yeah, exactly. I'm overpowered here. I'm the player. So if you want to come at me, keep coming, baby. But they put a fear system into the NPCs. Okay, now we're talking. The NPC recognizes I should go. Man, I don't even care about this cause. I just work here. Jesse, this game sounds great.
It's so fucking pretty. There's a photography mode which that's half the game. I just find cool mountains and get my horse up there and then pose for a stupid picture for 20 minutes. It's
it's accurate. If there's one thing samurais cared about, it's photography.
Yeah. You also have a flute you can play, and that's fun. You have a horse. Horses are good. Although don't try to jump off a cliff with a horse because it looks really fucking disturbing. I didn't mean to. I swear.
Okay, hold on. Yeah,
Wait.
I kind of want to elaborate. So, don't Thelma and Louise your way off a cliff with a horse?
No. Do not.
Is it disturbing during the fall? Is it disturbing at the end of the fall specifically?
At the end of the fall. It wasn't that high up, but it was high enough to make the horse's legs do this thing that it shouldn't have done.
Ooh.
And I went flying off the horse, and now I didn't take any damage, and my horse was still alive, so everything was okay. But it looked awful, and I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Huh.
To be fair, falling off the cliff with the horse is not disturbing. It's the landing part that's a little bit
Right.
off.
Landing on the ground is disturbing. The poor horse. I'm just trying to picture how the legs splay out, and
It was wild. For a video game horse, I felt so fucking bad.
You feel so bad. You don't want a game to program in walls at the edge of all cliffs, but if you're riding a horse at it happened to me a few times playing Red Dead Redemption, you're just kind of hauling ass, and it's oh wait, maybe something a texture didn't quite load right. It's that was a cliff. I'm going down, baby. This ain't good. That horse is fucked.
I feel bad because in so many games I use the horse as a way to prevent myself from getting fall damage, because
Right.
a lot of times in games the horse is fine.
You Yoshi that horse.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, it's you treat it like Yoshi.
Yeah. Whoa.
I felt so bad today. There was some Mongols and one of them was on a horse, and I was like, I'm gonna be kind of crazy and use this fire arrow. Well, it caught the dude on fire, but it also caught the horse on fire, and I felt so bad. And afterwards, the horse's horse friend was just standing there, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, buddy.
No. They have friends that are
The
going
horse
to
comes
mourn
over
their
and puts
loss.
his hoof on the shoulder.
Well, I didn't know if he was mourning. I don't know if the video game horse was mourning his video game horse friend, but
Probably.
I was mourning the video game horse.
Oh God! Can you
Yeah,
imagine
that's how it
a
goes,
video
man.
game horse funeral in the game?
Press F to nay respects.
Oh,
Episode title.
Done.
Chef's kiss.
Wow.
Wherever you are, Jeff,
Game
we want to
two.
kiss you.
Wonderful pick, Jesse. I do look forward to playing this. Now that I have officially beaten Final Fantasy VII Remake, I need a new PS4 game to play.
Dude, and there's a
And-
sweet co-op mode.
Ooh.
Like it's like a separate mode called Legends, and like while you're playing the main game, there's like these dudes you find. They're like, "Do you want to play the Legends mode?" They're like talking about ancient Japanese legends.
What are you buying?
Kind of. And so you can play as one of four classes. Like they're just like souped up versions of like things you can do in Ghost of Tsushima, and then you fight like Oni and possessed warriors and magic people and stuff. But it's like co-op. So like if you got it, we could totally like Samurai Ninja some stuff together.
That's dope, man. Can I play as your uncle?
I think so.
Hell yeah! Count me in, baby. That's a purchase right
We
there.
could role play, and you could pretend to be my uncle.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
that'd
God,
be real weird.
That'd be a really good stream, man.
Yeah,
Like,
where you're like,
you know, me stream some co-op Ghost of Tsushima, and I just speak as your uncle the whole time. I won't demonstrate it right now. It's not that kind of stream, but that sounds like a lot of fun, man. I love just the idea of an open world samurai ninja action game.
it's real good.
Yeah. I think I got to pick it up. I think I got to get it. Love the feudal Japanese music there. Love those old instruments. Just a great pick, great lead. And so you're saying there is exploration in the game, pretty big open world.
Yeah, you can just fucking go ever. Oh, there's what do you call them? Hot baths that you can go into, and every time you go into, you get to see the dude's butt.
Count me double in. Oh
So
man.
this game has butts.
Okay. Yeah, Butts of Tsushima.
That's right.
That's what they should have called it. They should have called this game Butts of Tsushima.
Well, you only get to see one butt so far. I don't know if there's more butts yet. I'm only in Act 1.
Well, this is why we got to play co-op, Jesse. We got to double up those butts.
Yeah, double up the butts.
I think traditionally
you got to
Act
go
2
sit in a virtual hot spring together and show off our butts.
I think traditionally Act 2 of most games is the butt act, right? So you're bound to see more butts soon.
Yes, Act number 2, John. The scat
Number
act.
2.
Oh God. Anyway, what
What's
a
that fart
fantastic
sound?
game. No, that sounds off the board, baby. Cool. Anything else, Jesse? Great game.
One more thing. There's bombs you can throw on people and they stick and then they explode, and that's always great in games.
It's Halo as well. Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. This game has everything.
Game 2.
The development team began conceptualizing this game in 2014 and wanted to create a title where players can create stories together. Almost all of this company's 200 staff members worked on this game.
It's a rare shanty, a song from me, thrown up on the sea of thieves, of distant lands and adventures grand. Draw near, 'cause here are tales you won't believe. A jungle explorer went in search of gold, cursed by a wolf, or so the story's told. Jigsaw's hunted by a bear and bird, saved them from a witch, well, that's what I heard.
It's a rare shanty to mark a jubilee. We'll head out on a treasure hunt and sail across the sea.
Jewels that gleam like a wildest dream, so pass a glass and listen to the rest. On his throne sits the king of all the land, piles of coins and a tankard in his hand. Ah, that's a lovely tune, that is. I wonder who wrote it.
I don't know. Do you know? I don't know.
There's ancient relics, magic keys, bananas and a secret cheese, a legendary pirate hole. Oh, there's too much to count it all.
It's a rare shanty for a family of pirates that are old and new. We've had laughs and cheers in the 35 years.
Be free at sea and join our rare shanty.
All right, so let's see. Gotta figure out the hat trick sound this time.
The right hat trick sound, I hope.
Yes. Everybody wrote Sea of Thieves, and that is correct. So, a little peek behind the curtain. I saw the song was called A Rare Shanty, and I thought that was a cute little nod. I listened to the beginning and said, okay, cool. Oh, they said rare. Okay, cool. I skipped ahead a little bit. I'm like, okay, yeah. I skipped right over the part where they said Sea of Thieves.
Join the Sea of Thieves.
I was like, fuck.
Only on Xbox.
As soon as that came up, I'm like, I look, I see John just staring at me. I'm like, yep.
And Game Pass for PC. There were only a couple of clues in there, John.
Yeah, that second song was titled 1812.
It was a bit of a thing. Yeah, Johnny, that last song was only a couple of minutes long. You could have listened to the whole thing. You didn't really need to skim it. Good God. And what a song it was. Because the funny thing is, I wasn't struggling to figure this out until, at all. So that song saying the name of the game was a bit of overkill. It's like, pirate music, eh? Oh, trivia about, creating a game that you can play with your friends. Like, this sounds, kind of jaunty. Might be that Sea of Thieves. It's the Sea of Thieves! Oh! I guess it's Sea of Thieves.
See, I'm actually kind of glad for that because I could not place this game because I feel like many people similar to me completely forgot this game existed.
Right.
Like, I remember everybody was so excited, like, oh, Rare is making a pirate game. This is going to be amazing. And then it came out and that was that.
Right. Because like many Rare games in the last 21 years or so, it just kind of fell on deaf ears, namely Xbox owners' systems. And you just don't hear about many of those people. I know they're out there. I know people own, Xbox systems and play Rare games, but, who are we talking about here? People like Jesse?
I know a guy, yeah.
Yeah. Jesse, you play on that Sea of Thieves?
Dude, this game is great.
Oh, good. We got a guy. Hey, okay. So this guy I know, Jesse, it turns out he's a closeted Sea of Thieves player. And he just opened himself up to us. Jesse, I'm so glad to know that you are a secret pirate. You've been concealing it so well all these years. You seldom wear the bandana. Your parrot has been dead for a long time.
He's pining for the fjords.
Ah.
Nice.
You're very good at hiding that one wooden leg you got.
Yeah.
That's my
Honestly, the only tip off is the giant, massive beard.
Right. But it's not black or blue. So
it's red.
Yeah.
It's reddish. Yeah.
Okay, so
What
real
kind of
talk.
pirate has a red beard?
Hey, real talk. My dad likes to do like looking up DNA stuff, and there's a possibility, like a real 50-50 chance, like 100% 50-50 chance that we are related to Blackbeard, which is pretty fucking heavy metal.
Yeah, it's pretty
yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
It is, man. Yeah, I can't believe nobody can get Blackbeard to take a paternity test.
Yeah, yeah, he's kind of busy.
Can you imagine that episode of Maury? He takes a paternity test against like the whole audience.
You are the father.
Turns out you're the father.
Yeah.
And then fucking Genghis Khan stands up and he's like, "Oh!"
I just love the idea. It's like Sharon and her two lovers, Doug, and it's like a guy in a polo shirt who works as an accountant, or Blackbeard the pirate.
Then you look at the picture of the baby and it's a pirate.
Baby has an eye patch.
That's definitely his baby.
Baby's got an eye patch and like a hook hand.
Those pirate genes are strong.
Oh, what a cute little pirate.
Poor Doug. But anyway, so this Sea of Thieves, there are a lot of raping and pillaging going on this Sea of Thieves there, Jesse.
Not so much the R thing.
I think you could say it as it relates to pirates. I'm not making a rape joke.
But
it's a pirate thing.
It's okay, so God, this makes this game hard to talk about. Even though none of that's in there. You brought it up. But so this game, it's tricky because I really enjoy it, but it's hard as hell to play as one player. Ideally, you would want to play with at least one other friend because you get a ship. Yeah, you get a ship. And so if you play by yourself, you can get like a little, I forget what it is.
Sloop.
Yeah, sloop, yeah.
I said first, John.
And so you still have to, pull the sails down and like do all the boat stuff like manually, which in a way is kind of fun. You got to get your, pull the anchor up and the map is laid out. You don't like open a menu to look at the map. So you have to like jump down to look at the map in the cabin. And then go up. If you have to operate the cannons, you have to get on the side where the cannons are and stuff. So like if you have another person with you, they can do that while you steer. And then you like go find islands and like dig up treasure and do fight other ships. But the thing is like there are other players. I forget like how many other players are in like a server. It's like 12 or something. Like it's not a whole lot, but if they find you, a lot of times, like my experience is I'll be like on an island, like looking for stuff, getting treasure and whatnot. And then I'll come back and see my boat is sinking and a big giant like galleon is like going by. And I'm like, what the, no, my shit. And it like that really
That's
sucks.
kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go check out this island. Somebody just comes by and destroys your sloop. Hey, you rich motherfuckers!
My sloop John B. No. That's what I would absolutely name my ship is Sloop John B.
No, you call it Sloop Dog. Come on.
And so one time this happened to me and I saw which way they were going, and so like I tried to fight them off and there was too many of them, so they killed me. but I did mess up their sails pretty bad with like a fire cannon,
You
so that
sure
was
did.
pretty cool. But I thought I saw where they were going, so whenever I respawned, I thought I would be smart and hit them off at the pass. So I went that way in that direction, and I came across an island, and I saw what looked like their ship. So I come up on it and just fired cannons into it and busting it up. And then I hear this lady on voice chat going, "Oh no, they always fucking attacking me today. God damn it. I can't fucking just get some stuff. All these fucking griefers. Fuck you. I hate playing online." And I'm like, whoa. I'm sorry, I thought
Pardon me, miss.
I didn't sink her ship, but
And
I was like,
And the cycle continues.
I thought you were these other guys. I'm really sorry. I feel so bad. I felt so bad. And like
She's like out there trying to play the right way, and you just fuck her.
like, when your ship starts taking on water, you got to bail it out with a bucket. So like, if you're getting it, like PvP is a nightmare on a ship when you're by yourself because you got to do so many things. You got to steer your ship. You got to fire cannons. You got to bail the water out. Like,
Might as well just swim for it.
yeah. But if you're not like fighting other people and you're just fighting like skeletons and stuff, that's real fun. And like if you got like at least one other person to play with you, it'd probably be like that much better. But like you got like cool like flintlock guns and different kind of cutlasses and
Dope.
It's very, very piratey and it's that fun kind of like Monkey Island silly piratey. So that's good.
Right. So not so much R&P, more just kind of treasure hunting and
Yeah.
swashbuckling.
Yeah.
Fighting like a dairy farmer.
Yeah. Just blowing up other people's sloops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that the whole kind of idea was, problem with a lot of these big like RPG, MMORPG kind of games is like it's hard to get like a lot of younger players will just be focused on, or newer players will just be focused on trying to like get the best stuff and grinding through experience as quickly as possible. But I think this game is different from that, right? Like it's meant to be so that novices and experienced players will probably actually play together.
Yeah, there's no like really levels. You don't like really
Good.
level up. Like you
Much
do like
pirates.
yeah, you do get like rep and stuff that you can earn to get more like cool cosmetics to make
I
your
was gonna
gun.
say hopefully a bigger hat.
Yeah, you can make your pirate look dope as hell. Like hooks and peg legs, and you can have pirates. You can have a like
all
that
pegs.
monkey. Oops, all pegs.
Yeah, I saw pictures of little cat companions just as pirates.
Yep.
And I wanted to get the game just for that. That they look so
All right,
cute.
so, John, there's the part where Johnny admits he hasn't gotten the game yet, but Johnny, pirate cats, dude, just do it.
Yeah.
It's on PC.
Yeah.
So you can,
I didn't know it was on PC. I thought this was Xbox only this whole time.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's time, John. Let's all get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
let's-
should.
let's all become
yeah.
pirates.
Right. I'm sure my crappy ass computer can play this game with you guys.
maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not so much. Surely somebody has an Xbox they're not using. They can spot me.
Tunas, send John your Xboxes.
Yes, exactly. The new ones.
Yeah.
Send me those big crazy fucking things. I'm gonna blow my vape smoke into it.
No.
But yeah, no, conceptually, yeah, I fucking love the idea of this game. I was also thinking, like, if they wanted to do a follow up to it, I've been watching, since I got HBO Max, I've watched Porco Rosso a few times, which is about sky pirates in the Adriatic Sea. That would be a dope continuation of this, like Adriatic Sea of sky pirate thieves, like just this game mixed with like Crimson Skies, where you're flying around being sky pirates instead of sea pirates, but with like a maritime setting and treasure hunting and like pirate factions and shit. Give me that game as well. But for now, this game seems fun in theory. Starting out, it sounds like kind of like that. What was that game we talked about a couple weeks ago, where you start out just naked and people grief you? Like,
Oh, Rust.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
So it's like, here you are in the Sea of Thieves. Here's your little canoe. It's like,
Not that bad.
okay, good. You can at least start having fun.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't get killed off until it was like my fifth or sixth island I was looting. So
Cool, very cool. Yeah, no, this game sounds fucking great, man. Is it still getting updates or anything? Like,
Yeah,
it only came out just a couple of years ago. It's still around.
I think officially, you might want to double check, but I feel like it went free to play.
Oh, word.
But you might want to double check. I know it has like a battle pass and stuff like that.
Sure.
But you might
Well, yeah.
want to do that.
I'm gonna have to check this out because pirates. I mean, yeah, it's funny. We did start out with a samurai/ninja game, and now we're on a pirate game. I don't really want to get into the ninjas versus pirate debate, but in terms of like games that I like to play, I'm going ninja. But in terms of games I wish I had played more of, I think I'm thinking pirate. Like, it's
some good pirate games.
Yeah, I feel like pirate is the less represented in the game world, and should change that with some Sea of Thieves. Johnny, do you have thoughts? It's your fucking game.
Yeah, no. You guys just kind of kept going.
Yeah, I want to know what you think. Ninjas versus pirates, motherfucker.
Well, I would like to play a pirate game where you get to participate in some ninja-like activities, right? Like I would like
such a cop out, John.
I mean, I'm team pirate over team ninja. I'll say that.
You.
But, I would like to play like a stealthy pirate game, right? A game where you sneak in at night to like a town and set it on fire before everybody wakes up. That I would like to do.
Johnny, let me tell you about this game. It's called Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Shit. Fuck, that's totally...
That game's pretty good too.
Yeah, it's apparently also a very good pirate game. You just happen to also be playing as an Assassin's Creed for some reason.
I'm just curious how you can be stealthy with a flintlock pistol. Like, that is not a quiet weapon.
Well,
You can hit him in the back of the head with it.
You get the flintlock silencer add-on. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You find those 1,500 silencers and use them. They're enormous, and they actually make the guns louder, but they were trying things.
It's called Kill Everyone in the Room.
Mm-hmm. Go in there and do the hit the pirate button to be like, hey, bring your asses out here, and fucking like the samurai sword thing. Like 5 guys approach you, and you shoot all of them with your rapid reloading flintlock pistol.
Wow.
It's a thing, David. We're from St. Augustine. It's a thing.
Well, no, they had like those belts that would have like 6 flintlock pistols in them. So they were just like, you pull 2 out, shoot them, drop them, pull the other 2 out, shoot them, drop them, pull the other 2 out, shoot them. And if you still got stuff to do, you got a cutlass.
Yep, exactly. Flintlocks akimbo, and then you fall back on the sword, baby.
Flintlocks akimbo. Daniel Radcliffe wakes up as the pirate with flintlock pistols taped to his head, nailed to his
I'd watch
hands.
the fuck out of that.
Yeah, I would. Sounds great. Do you have some objection to this, David?
No, not at all. In fact, I was going to petition for the episode title to be Flintlocks Akimbo.
It's good, man. You recognize why I say certain things. I was about to say Jesse, great pick. No, Johnny, good pick.
Yeah, thank
you. Should probably play this game.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
All
Join
right.
Team Pirate. On the Sea of Thieves.
Yarr!
Game.
Yeah, the R
3.
word.
Oh, no.
right, guys. So this game received a remastered version that was met with mixed to average reviews from critics, but overwhelmingly negative response from players. Upon its release, the re-released game was review bombed on Metacritic, reaching a low score of 0.5 out of 10 after a few days of release based on over 14,000 reviews. How's everybody feeling?
Feeling
think
pretty
okay.
good.
Yeah.
Good. Very good. As you're showing your answers, I want to thank our fan requester tonight. This one came to us from Mork in Discord. Thank you very much, Mork. Let's see. Johnny says The Last of Us 2.
Oh,
Sadly
shit.
incorrect.
You said
Jesse says
remaster. Fuck.
Oh, he does say
Death
remaster.
Stranding. Death Stranding is incorrect. And David has the answer that is the remastered version of this game. David says Warcraft 3 Reforged. This is Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos.
So is that correct?
Yeah, it's correct.
Okay.
Well, I
Closer
wasn't
than
sure.
you two, knuckleheads.
The way the trivia was going, I thought you were talking about the remastered version, so that's what I went with.
The game received a remaster that had overwhelmingly negative response. That was the trivia.
I see.
Okay.
Because I wasn't even aware of Warcraft 3 Reforged until I began searching for trivia for this. I'm like, oh, they re-released Warcraft 3. I wonder how that was. Oh, apparently it wasn't all that good. That's not so good, guys. I was not aware they made this game. And I mean, I don't like guys being divas about fucking games and review bombing them and things like that, but it sounded like they really fucked up on this remake. I guess like Blizzard promised a bunch of features and they just didn't do them. And then it was like glitchy, and they fucked with like the original game's like interface and promised like new story stuff, and that didn't take shape. And then apparently the one thing that I was reading that made me kind of really arch an eyebrow and be like, ooh, yeah, fuck that. It said they were criticized for their decision that due to sharing Reforged Reforged's client, all existing copies of Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos were required to update to a newer version, which meant that many of the gameplay changes in Reforged were now mandatory in the original game.
Oh.
Ooh, that sucks ass. You fucking, I was like, okay, so you made a remake and, people have the option to play it or not play it. No, turns out if you want to play your old Warcraft 3, which nobody realistically should be doing in 2020, but hey, who knows? Turns out, yeah, you can't. You have to play a fucking, updated version of it. Like, ooh, not so good there, Blizz. Jesse?
I'm wondering how they got this to be a game with exploration.
Hey, I take when Mork makes the request, I take it on faith that you have to do a little exploring, man. It's Warcraft. I assume
It's
it
a
takes
strategy game, though.
You've got to
takes
explore.
place in a world.
You got to
You
explore,
gotta
the rest
explore
of the
that map.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
God damn it, Mork. I'm calling you out right here on the podcast. We need to get him on to defend this fucking pick. I know he's in Texas and he's without power and living in a frozen house. Get your ass on the podcast and defend yourself right now.
Yeah, what that guy say, you got to be a survivor or you suck or some shit.
What's that expansion for Warcraft 3? The Frozen Throne? Is that where Mork is right now? You frozen son of a bitch. Did he sneak a not so explory game on me? It even was seconded in the request channel by somebody else. So I assumed that it met the criteria for the show.
I mean, I guess exploring the map, but like you don't really. I don't know.
That's why
close.
This
It's
is
close.
also another reason I brought it on the show.
Real close.
Because I didn't feel like really doing much research, and I assume that Jesse and Johnny both played this.
I mean, I've played way more Warcraft 2 than Warcraft 3. But I've played a little bit of it.
Right.
A
But
little
you
bit.
can speak to whether or not maybe it's got some exploring.
Not, have we ever game over to Fan Request before? Because I feel like
I feel like we haven't, but this is right on the cusp, isn't it?
Yeah, because
It's really close.
I feel like we should give the requester the benefit of the doubt, and by exploring the map in this strategy game, there is exploration.
Mm-hmm.
And this has nothing to do with me trying to broaden the definition of exploration.
Oh wait,
I'd
yeah,
help
of
you,
course
David.
he wants this to.
Oh yeah. So
I'll
okay,
listen to
yeah.
him.
We can't establish this as a game over right now because then David might get really gamed over here in a
Two
second.
game overs in a single show.
Ooh, I
God.
can't wait.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I assume that Johnny and Jesse would be able to speak to it more than I would because I don't know. PC strategy games, namely the Warcraft and StarCraft games, not really my wheelhouse. I know they exist. I know they're quite popular. I know they've gone on to influence current games that are very popular. Your MOBAs and what have yous. Jesse or Johnny, speak to in what way this game is like Dota and or League of Legends.
Well, I believe Dota started as like a custom map for Warcraft 3. So this
Thank
game
you.
actually
This is
spawned
why I asked.
Dota.
So you're telling me it's a little bit of a Dota.
Yes,
Well,
it's
yeah.
Dota's daddy. Like if you brought this and StarCraft onto an episode of Maury, this would absolutely be the father.
Yeah.
The maternity test would be definitive.
I don't know why, but the phrase Dota's daddy just bothers me.
Yeah, it bothers me too. I'm not sure about that. But who's League of Legends daddy? Is it also this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Word.
Heroes of New Earth, Heroes of the
Mm.
Storm.
Well, Heroes of the Storm is like literally a based on Blizzard properties. Like it's a crossover thing, right? Like
Yeah, but it's basically a MOBA, which is a Dota.
okay, gotcha. God, all these fucking acronyms, man. Does Dota stand for something?
Defense of the Ancients.
Thank you. And MOBA is multiplayer online battle arena.
Yes.
And
Lol.
Warcraft, does that stand for something?
No, that's just Warcraft.
It
Like
stands
WoW is World of Warcraft.
Okay, yeah,
I
WoW
thought-
is a thing.
No,
I
Warcraft.
thought Dota was damage over time, actually.
No,
No.
you're thinking
No.
of the equation for gravity. That's like defense over time.
Whoa. Whoa,
This
Johnny.
is going places.
So Warcraft itself is not an acronym because, like,
No.
Beastie Boys is a fucking acronym. Like,
It's
Wait, is it?
Yeah, I don't remember what it is offhand.
No,
but
you can't come with that kind of knowledge and
I'm
not
just saying
deliver.
they never fucking Beastie Boys acronym. Hold on.
This is important.
I'm pretty sure Warcraft is an acronym for like wicked, awesome, ransacking,
No, Johnny.
crafting.
Stop.
Wicked awesome ransacking craft 3. Yeah. Mike Diamond of the Beastie Boys says Beastie is an acronym for Boys Entertaining Anarchistic States Towards Internal Excellence.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, fucking take it from the mouth of Mike D, if you will.
I did not know that. Wow, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Today I learned.
No, it's hip hop nonsense, is what it is. Fucking,
That's great.
It was really funny. Speaking of fucking stupid acronyms, the other day, I was like, my dad was over here having dinner, and I fucking mentioned something offhandedly about Wu-Tang, and my father, tried to say, Wu-Tang actually stands for something. I'm like, I'm curious to know what you think that means. And he's trying to explain that, like WUTANG stood for something. I'm like, Dad, did you start listening to the RZA's podcast or something? Like, what the fuck? Where did you just try to, like, actually me, you, my 68-year-old dad, try to actually me about Wu-Tang?
We'll see.
Son.
Yeah. Hey, bud.
The
Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
Exactly.
I was about to say,
I
it's
heard
like,
that Wu-Tang's for the children.
Did you know it's an acronym? The W stands for Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos.
Wait, what?
Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos, underrated, terrific, awesome, new game. Clan.
Beautiful.
Episode title.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, it's got to be about fucking Warcraft 3 Reforged. So, yeah, Warcraft 3 Reforged, underrated, terrific, awesome, new game. Wu-Tang Clan has secretly been endorsing this awful remaster of Warcraft 3 for years, since 1993. But yeah,
Before Blizzard was Blizzard.
Right. Blizzard stands for something. Johnny, tell us what that is.
Blowing ladies and
Whoa!
That's where you went right away.
Blowing ladies?
Like, is it
I don't know.
are you doing the blowing to the ladies, or are these ladies blowing? Like, which one is it?
I don't even know. Because then
Game
I
four.
said A for and, but Blizzard spelled with an I.
Blizzard.
I'm amazed that when you said what does
Blizzard.
Blizzard stand for, you immediately went to blowing ladies instead of just moving on to the next game.
It was. Yeah.
You are literally the only one of us with a get out of jail button, and you
also,
didn't push it.
if you got past the third letter, you have to come up with 2 Z's, John. It's a hard acronym. It's an impossible task.
Yeah, you couldn't even get past blowing ladies. Blizzard.
Oh, anyway,
Fuck.
I think, yeah. So,
Thanks, Mork.
jury of our peers, are we game overing Mork right now?
I vote yes.
I vote
I
no.
vote yes.
Yes, it's a 3-1 vote. Mork, game over, baby.
John, do you not have the game? Do I have the game over sound?
Yes.
Game over!
I'm the
I
guy
can't
with
wait
the
to see what
sound
Davis
effect.
picks.
Game 4.
So the box art for this game features different variations based on region. In Japan and Europe, there is a happy cartoon version of the main character, whereas in America, the box art has a photorealistic picture of a trench-coated gangster shooting a Tommy gun. All right, gentlemen, who has their guesses, answers, and or penis drawings? So John Harrington says Dick Tracy. Sadly incorrect. John Regan and Jesse have the correct answer of Avenging Spirit. I'm surprised. I didn't think anybody would get this because this is kind of an obscure game.
It's Johnny's favorite game. Johnny loves Avenging Spirit.
Yeah.
I just remember it was one of the first games on the 3DS Virtual Console, whatever it was called.
It was. And Johnny, I'm guessing you got this because I forgot to delete tags, didn't I?
No, that's not why I got it.
It's okay, John. You can admit that's why you got it.
That's why I got it.
Okay. So this was originally an arcade game that got ported to Game Boy and nothing else, which I think is weird because you would imagine it would get like an NES or a Genesis version or something like that. But no, they just went straight to Game Boy and that was it. But this is a fun little platforming game. It's very dark because the game is about a guy and his girlfriend. They are like out on a date when they run into some gangsters, and then the main character gets shot dead and his girlfriend is kidnapped.
I was going to say, fun little platforming game.
So you play the game as an avenging spirit, and the whole sort of like hook of the game is as a ghost, you can only exist for a certain amount of time. You have like a health bar that keeps decreasing, but you can possess any of the enemies in the game. And then suddenly that becomes your new life bar, and all of the abilities they have is what you can do. So like you can possess a gangster who can shoot their Tommy gun, or you can possess a robot that shoots missiles, or you can possess like there's a they call it a snow lady, but it's basically just like a woman in a dress who kind of rolls giant snowballs on the ground.
Of course.
Yeah.
Snowball.
So it's kind of like a
A lot of
Kirby
energy.
game, but instead of like inhaling cartoon enemies to use their powers, you're a ghost who possesses human beings and other creatures to
it
use their
is.
powers.
It's funny you relate it to a Kirby game because I was relating it to like Super Mario Galaxy, but Mario's dead the whole game, which
Right.
would be pretty interesting.
Or it's like it's
Odyssey.
a reverse Kirby where instead of eating things and taking on their powers, you're dead and enter their bodies.
They eat you.
Yeah,
man,
exactly.
There's not a lot of games where you start off dead. You know, that's
Right.
usually what you're trying to avoid having happen. You know, the whole game.
It's like
and-
if Double Dragon, instead of just punching your own girlfriend in the stomach and taking her away, you were also there and they killed you, and then you had to find a way to beat them up despite being dead.
It's like
I mean,
Ghost.
basically, yeah.
Yes.
And then one of
Ghost
the things
the
that
game.
I think is really cool, like, because it, subverts expectations by killing you in the beginning.
What a start.
The damsel in distress and whatnot. But if you have to collect 3 keys throughout the levels, and if you collect all of them, you can unlock and rescue your girlfriend, and then you actually possess her to fight the final boss. And she is like the strongest character in the game. She has more health than everyone else. She has a fucking laser gun. She has like a crazy high jump. So like the damsel in distress, poor defenseless woman is actually the most badass person in the entire city.
I mean, it makes sense why you were dating her, man. Like, she's got a laser cannon. She can jump real high. She's the strongest chick in the whole city. Like,
But
man,
is
you
it-
were
is
lucky
it
to have her.
Is it okay to violate her trust to take control of her body? Is that okay? Are we saying that's okay, David?
I mean, no. When you
Okay.
put it like that,
just making
no.
sure.
You Wonder Woman 1984 that ass?
Oh no!
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie yet because I've heard that it's not a great film.
Yeah. I've heard
Here's my
things.
take on Wonder Woman 1984. Brace for this.
Quick.
I think that movie is pretty fun, and I had a good time watching it, and it's really weird.
Yeah.
I'm down for weird.
Yeah, have you? Am I the only one that's watched that? You guys watch that?
No, I
Not
saw it
yet.
like opening day.
Johnny, you going to the theater? You motherfucker!
No. Like on HBO Max or whatever it was on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
good. Yeah. So you watched it on Christmas.
Yeah.
I feel like you would remember it. Like you open up your fucking Christmas present and then pop on Wonder Woman 84. It makes for a memorable Christmas.
Yeah.
I feel like if it was on Christmas Day, there might have been something else on that day to remind you what day it is.
There's a dick in a box.
So
Oh, that
yeah,
came through. Good.
So yeah,
You got David's gift.
Wonder Woman 84 is fine if you just don't think too hard about what's going on. That's the key.
Again,
You
yeah,
gotta
that's the
shut it
thing,
off
like-
and just kind
Yeah.
of like just let it happen, I guess.
It's like wrestling.
Because yeah, there's a lot of stuff in
Honestly,
the movie that you're
yes.
like, this raises some concerns. Like, but just don't worry about it.
Right. No, and a lot of this, I think, are coming from a somewhat disingenuous place on the internet, where maybe, just maybe, they are being a little extra critical of a movie directed by and starring a woman. Just spitballing here. That's as hot of a take as
Wait.
I'm prepared to drop on Wonder Woman 84.
I'm just a little upset because again, I haven't seen it, but from what I understand, it is a Wonder Woman movie featuring Maxwell Lord. Maxwell Lord has been stylized to be based on Donald Trump, and Wonder Woman does not do the one thing she is famous for with Maxwell Lord.
It's a cryptic
In the-
statement that I'm sure is understood by many DC Comics fans out there.
In the comics, like Wonder Woman has a showdown with Maxwell Lord and she snaps his neck and kills him in front of like several people. I was like, oh, they're making her fight Maxwell Lord based off Trump. Awesome. Oh no, she doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Well,
I
Aw.
didn't think he was based off Trump though. That
The Trump thing
that's
was a bit of a stretch. That's honestly
Yeah.
just them putting it on him because it's an 80s movie and he's a sleazy business guy.
Yeah.
And it's Pedro Pascal with like a weird hairdo. It's
I didn't-
honestly not really that.
I didn't
again,
know
I
Wonder
haven't
Woman
seen
killed.
it. I just know that.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, did she make him tell the truth with a fancy lasso? She does that to a lot of people, David. But
Fancy lasso.
But
it's
she
a fancy lasso. It makes people tell the truth.
she doesn't kill that many people. It's rare
Right.
for her to kill people, just like it's rare to have a game where you die in the beginning.
So, ooh, yeah, man.
That's what we call a segue.
So
yeah, that's
let's-
called a course correction.
So let's talk about the exploration aspect of this game. What are you exploring?
That's an even better course
Exactly.
correction there, Johnny.
Ooh.
So that's why, like, there are large, expansive levels, but they're not like you
On the
don't
Game
really
Boy.
go
They're on a
looking
Game
for a bunch
Boy.
of
On the Game Boy.
yeah, you don't really go for like hidden collectibles or all that. I was mainly looking at this as an exploration game because you steal enemies and like the exploration is kind of the trial and error possessing bodies to see like, okay, well, what does this person do? What can I do in this form? And it wasn't so much a level exploration as like a gameplay exploration.
Mhm.
Because it's
And
kind
an
of like
exploration of various tropes and how to subvert them.
it reminded me a lot of like exploring in Kirby 64. Like you don't really explore the levels, you just like combine power-ups to see what'll happen, and that's kind of where the exploration and uniqueness is. So I mean that's kind of the angle that I was going for. Because you do explore, but it's in various bodies. Which sounds really weird when I say it out loud.
Yep.
you're
Those
exploring-
bodies, they're a wonderland.
You're exploring
And-
each other's bodies. I get it. Go on.
No, you're exploring other people's bodies by entering them.
Yeah, you don't have a
unknowingly.
body anymore.
Yeah,
You're
You're-
literally exploring other people's bodies.
without their permission, by the way.
Well, I mean,
well,
they're
in fairness,
all enemies,
you were
though.
murdered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're-
Well,
they are trying to kill you.
is everyone
And
you
they succeeded.
possess? Is everyone you possess someone who murdered you?
They all work for the same gang.
They pulled the collective trigger. Yeah, it was one big gun.
Collective
Although, and
trigger,
actually,
I
now
love
that I'm
band.
thinking about it, somehow we have like a secondary theme for this episode because we had Ghost of Tsushima, we had Sea of Thieves, and one of the enemy types, actually, like my favorite enemy type in this game is the ninja. So we have another ninja game.
Okay. I thought you were going to say like we have a secret contest to see who's got the best job. So we've had ninja versus pirate. Throw in some orcs. Now you got a ghost. So who's in the front running right now? Like who do you want to be? Ninja versus pirate versus orc versus ghost. What's your pick so far?
I mean, I feel like I would say Ghost, but I also feel like that's a cop-out answer because you could just possess any of the other ones.
You're dead.
Yeah, but see, there's the caveat, man. You're actually dead. So, what's how much fun can you really have? Like, it's fleeting your enjoyment of possessing those other things' bodies, because you're just a sad little ghost who doesn't get to hang out with his girlfriend anymore. Think about it, David. This game's devastatingly sad.
Although that does remind me, it's funny that you bring that up because that's the ending. Like there are two endings to this game. There's a bad ending and a good ending depending on if you rescue your girlfriend. The good ending is you save your girlfriend, she gets to like run away, and then you kind of come out of her body and then have to wave goodbye to her and then go off to heaven. Like
I mean, that's good.
But the good ending is you never get to see your girlfriend again because you're fucking dead.
Right, but you saved her from being kidnapped by a crime syndicate.
Yeah, and
See,
you're at
the bad ending would be you save her and then you have to come back to life and still live on this planet.
well, no. The bad ending would be that you have unfinished business for some reason and remain a ghost for eternity, right?
Ooh,
Like-
yeah, that too.
The ending's the
Or
good ending
you get
because you
stuck in your girlfriend's body and she never realizes it, and you're just a ghost in her the whole time, and it feels like she's got gas or something. But it's
That's
her
you.
boyfriend's spirit pressing down on her intestines the whole time.
Actually, the bad ending is you destroy the hideout, but you don't rescue her. So presumably she is killed in the explosion, and then
You
the ghost
Demolition Man, the hideout.
and then the ghost just kind of like you sit on a hill like watching the sun, and then your health depletes and you just kind of fade away.
That's brutal.
Oh man,
Fuck.
I gotta play
It's
this
really-
game.
It's a really sad game for the Game Boy.
I'm gonna have
Right, I
to.
know. Ugh.
Oh man, I love.
David.
I'm so excited to play this dark game. Oh man.
See, it's weird too because like you have such a dark ending to this game, but the ghost itself is so adorable and cutesy, and you're fighting like fucking ninjas and 1920s gangsters. Like, it's not a very gritty game, but it's super sad.
Yeah.
Just like Kirby, those games get real dark at the end.
Oh yeah, that's
True.
true.
Yep. Facts. Facts are facts, man. The truth is the truth. Man.
Episode title: Facts are facts, and the truth is the truth.
Good old Matt
Bastard.
Hardy.
Interesting pick, David. I gotta say, you really shouldn't take too much of the drunk talk after we declare the theme as part of the theme, because usually it's nonsense. Usually the themes are pretty clear in their description, and all that post talk, it's just nonsense. So you really got to watch out for that, David. It's it'll trip you up. Paying attention to that shit. Anything else, David, before we move on?
No, it's a fun little enjoyable game if you can get past the like soul crushing depressiveness of it.
Yeah, the existential devastation of the entire thing.
Sign me up.
Cool. Yeah,
Sign me up.
man. Great pick. Hell of a soundtrack. Johnny, game over his ass.
Game over!
Pay closer attention next time, David.
I was
Game
really hoping.
5.
To the town of our Frio rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more, 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead, and he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas red, not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
Begin again in the night. Let's sway again tonight. Your arm on my shoulder, your cheek against mine. Where can we go? When will we find that we know? Where can we go? When will we find that we know to let go? Begin again tonight.
Just soaking it in. So the survival and hunger mechanics in the 2009 game Stalker Call of Pripyat greatly influenced this game's hardcore mode to the point that one of the developers called this game's hardcore mode basically a ripoff. How are you guys feeling?
Not great.
Feeling great.
Questionable.
Good. Good enough. Let's see it. Johnny drew a penis, unfortunately. And Jesse and David both have the correct answer. This is Fallout New Vegas. A game that, in the lead up to this episode, I could swear we had used on the show before, and I'm baffled by the fact that it's been 235 episodes, and I've yet to bring out Fallout New Vegas. I'm pretty happy to be able to do it now. It may or may not have influenced the entire conception of this theme, because I was like, wait. Like I was talking with the radio guys the other day. I got some new tracks added for Fallout 3. I got the Galaxy News radio stuff on there, some of that old swing music. And then I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and throw the New Vegas stuff in here too. And then I'm like, wait. Check the spreadsheet. That's odd. Did I not write it down when we previously used New Vegas? No, we haven't at all used New Vegas. So I didn't add the music to the radio because it would have sent John an email informing him that we had added this to the radio there, and he would have figured it out.
Would I have?
I mean, knowing you use every resource available to you. You use the metadata, you use the emails. If you let something slip, Johnny's going to pick it up, man.
You did check the tags for my game literally 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, but I feel like if I got that email like a day or two ago, I'm like, how
nice.
We must use that at some point. Just not adding it.
Surely
That's
John wouldn't add his game in the week prior to the show.
Exactly. It's like John wouldn't.
Not an exploration heavy game like Fallout New Vegas. No. Certainly has nothing to do with the upcoming show. Much like Jesse streaming his game prior to the show.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Jesse never streams the game that he's going to pick for this week's Game That Tune, just like I would never add the soundtrack that I plan to use because I enjoy listening to things on GTT Radio, twitch.tv/GTT Radio. So no, I didn't do that. So Johnny drew a penis, which is too bad also because I've been depriving everybody of this nice Fallout New Vegas music. It's got some
all of
really...
that to say, this is why Johnny drew a penis.
Right, exactly. You really gotta tell the legend. Of
I've
Johnny's
never
penis.
explored the penis backstory before.
Right, that's not the kind of exploration we're talking about on this episode, Johnny. We're talking about actual striking out into the desert.
The penis desert.
Yeah, big old wasteland of penises. No, thankfully, Fallout. For all its sophomoric humor, there's not a whole lot of dicks in the desert, which is nice. It's a pretty good game, man. Any of you guys? I'm mostly pointing to Jesse. Any of you guys play a little Fallout?
Oh yeah.
David, Johnny, you ever give this one a chance? Any of these a chance?
Is this the one that came out and everybody hated it, and then everybody liked it afterwards?
That's most Fallouts.
I think it was Fallout 4. I think that was the one that came, or 76.
76 is definitely the one that everybody hated. And
it's 76 that I'm thinking of. Okay.
Yeah, 76 is the one that takes place in West Virginia, and it's like the MMO type one, and apparently it was not very good upon release, and you give it a little bit of time, and they apparently made it pretty good. This one is just another, of the PS3 era ones, and just you alone taking on the wasteland, baby, out into that desert near New Vegas. The courier walks softly. So this it continues our series of discussing which job you'd prefer. So is it ninja, pirate, orc, ghost, or courier? Based on playing this game, hate to say it, I'm still picking ninja, but courier's in the mix. Like this game, arguably the best game ever in which you play as a courier. I'd almost actually I'll update that. Inarguably the best game ever in which you play as a courier.
You can play all of Escape Velocity as a courier, and that was a pretty great game.
Mirror's Edge is pretty fun.
Isn't the messenger about a courier?
Yes.
It's a messenger. But he's also a ninja. Shit, he's a ninja courier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Son of a
can
bitch.
combine jobs.
Yeah, wow, what a game. Trying to think of it. I want to say maybe in Infamous also you're a courier. You're like a messenger guy, or you're a delivery guy at the very least. Shit.
Which leads
Turns
us
out
back to Ghost of Tsushima.
turns out courier is a well-tread trope in games.
It's-
Because why else would you have just a blank slate character go somewhere to do something if not delivering a package? It's a good start to a game.
Is Paperboy a game where you play as a courier?
Seems to be the original. Oh, son of a bitch. But yeah, so Jesse, you did play this one. Then you explore this wasteland pretty thoroughly. You get out there, really get into it, like I did.
New Vegas is the one I haven't spent as much time with, but I do know it's made by Obsidian, and they do good jobs.
They do. They very much do, and I think they did a good job on this one. They didn't do an excellent job at release. I remember this game. I got it for my birthday in 2010. Notoriously buggy as shit, like unplayable at the beginning. Gave it a couple of weeks. Turns out they patched it, and it became very playable and very fucking fantastic. I really enjoy this game. I love the fucking setting. I like the whole Vegas thing is fun. Eventually getting to the city proper and going to those casinos. I love the gambling mini games, and eventually being run out of every casino in town because I'm so good at fucking New Vegas blackjack. Like, what was that? There was another game. Was it like Caravan or something that I never quite figured out? There was, you could play multiple games inside the casinos. Like you could play roulette, you could play blackjack, and I think you could play this game Caravan. And I never quite figured Caravan out. It's like a future card game that doesn't exist. So I just played blackjack until literally all the casino bosses chased me out of town. It was pretty fun. And you had the whole story thing where you're the guy and you're caught between the two factions. There's the New California Republic, and there's the Caesar's Legion people, and there's a big showdown at the end on the Hoover Dam. Pretty cool. But really, I mean, that's never the point of these fucking Fallout games, at least in the modern ones. Like, all that story stuff is all well and good, but I just love getting out there and fucking trudging around these worlds, man. Like this one, it's got, like the desolate space is, pretty cool. And the stuff that you find really is few and far between. You do spend a good amount of time kind of wandering through a desert, looking over your shoulder for fucking scorpions and mutants and shit. And it's just I like the vibe of the game, man. It's really cool. Big world to explore. That's the thing. I probably should have looked up a list of memorable vaults or something for this to refresh my memory. Because these games are good about that. Like you can wander for hours in a direction and meet a couple of characters, kill a bunch of characters, eventually find a fucking vault, and there's something weird that happened there, and it's all told kind of through computer logs or environmental stuff. I think this one had one that was radiation got in and it became overgrown with plant life, kind of like Brinstar in Metroid. It's green and lush when you get in there, which makes no sense, and then you start getting attacked by plant people. Ooh. And they're they kind of camouflage themselves. You're in there, you're like, man, what the fuck's going on? And then the wall punches you. It's like Milhouse's camouflage in the Lemon of Troy episode. Over here, my friends. Just the tree hits you. And yeah, it's cool ass game, man. I mean, it's a Fallout game, a modern Fallout game. You're wandering around, you're doing a ton of side missions, you're taking on partners. Jesse, did you have a favorite partner from this one?
Like I said, I don't recall the partners in this one.
The answer is
probably the dog. Oh,
the dog is cool. This one, I believe you do get a half cyborg dog.
That's pretty dope.
Which half?
Dope, but also, oh man, the back half, Johnny. The ass.
Metal poops.
Yeah, exactly. It's just dog with a robotic ass.
I would take that over the dog with a robotic head and the real dog ass. Why would you want that?
I mean, You're right. You're not wrong on that. Okay, hold on. What are the partners in this one? Yeah, it's companions. That's the word, not partners. Where's that fucking dog?
Partner.
Yeah, there's no partners in this
We
one.
need that on the soundboard.
Yeah, non-human. Yeah, Rex, a cyber dog. Yeah, he's pretty hideous. He's got like a robot brain and 3 robot legs. So he's a cyber dog. I mean, it's all there in the title. But he's a good companion. I mean, he's a dog. So, he's good for that. But yeah, the answer is Boone. He's like a sniper dude who you can just like set to like have your back, and like it's like, yeah, go over on that hill. I'm gonna go like sneak around this place, and then like if you get in trouble, like the fucking like all the enemies will just start getting their heads blown off. It's like, my man, you're very helpful.
So he's like the lady from Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh, I think that might be why I like Quiet so much. She's like Girl Boone. Much better looking character, Quiet. Not only in terms of being a hot young female sniper, but also just Fallout and like these games, ugly fucking character models. Like, there's a lot of nice things to say about Fallout, the modern Fallout series. Attractive, like well done character models, not one of them. The characters in these games are hideous.
Well, it's the apocalypse.
I know. I don't know why it made everybody look so dumb, but like
radiation.
There's a race of mutants, Jesse, but I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about the normal doofy faced characters in these games.
I'm sure they're radiated too.
Well, yeah, a little bit. It is the post-apocalypse. But I mean, I don't know the effects of radiation on, whether or not you have a dumb, dipshit face. I'm just saying the characters in this game are ugly. But Boone is great.
If you're a scientist, please email us and tell us how dumb radiation
dipshit face for us.
More like, if you're exposed to radiation, now I have a dipshit face. Please write to us.
How dumb
you may be entitled to compensation.
If you've been exposed to radiation, send us a selfie so we can rate the dipshittiness of your face.
Oh God, yeah, look at you. But I bet you're really good with a sniper rifle. But yeah, and they tried to do the whole survivalist thing, which was kind of cool, though I didn't really enjoy playing in the hardcore mode, and they gave you a nice option. You can just switch back to regular mode part of the way through your play. Like,
never mind.
There's a trophy attached to it if you play the whole game in hardcore mode. I did not get that trophy because I like my exploring a lot more when I can actually like heal myself and I don't have to worry about like eating food or really, like I get so nervous in a Fallout game when you like walk into a place that's irradiated and it starts like your little Geiger counter thing starts going off. It makes that crackling noise and it's like your radiation level's going up by the second. Like, I'm like, nope, not even going to step foot in that place. I'm peace out, y'all. I'm not going in that vault. Like,
I like my face too much.
Yeah, exactly. I got a great face. I'm not a dipshit. Goodbye.
Just take a bunch of Rad-X.
Well, that's the whole thing. I got it. I also like I'm a weird hoarder in those things. It's like I know I can take the Rad-X and the Rad away, but like,
what if I need it?
Yeah, what if I need it? What if I go into this irradiated fucking vault just to find like a fucking like barbed wire bat or something, and then later on it's like actually you really needed that Rad-X to do an actual mission. Like, oops. But yeah, so I get nervous as shit doing stuff like that. So like the hardcore mode, it's like the healing items, instead of healing you instantly, you gradually regain your health. So like you take a stim pack, and instead of it just giving you 100 HP, your HP starts going up, and you gotta like still get away from things. You use a doctor's bag normally to fix your broken limbs. Like if a scorpion just eats your leg or whatever, you can use a doctor bag and get it back. Or a better example, if you break both your legs, you use the doctor's bag, it fixes them. And then
just like real life.
Exactly. But in the hardcore mode, you have to use one doctor bag per limb. So like,
but it still fixes them.
If you've been over time.
You just dump the contents out onto your leg and hope for the best.
Pretty much, yes. Something in here. Oh God, maybe I can just stop the bleeding or something. But yeah, they make the items less effective, and you have to worry about food, and you have to worry about water, and all your stuff has weight, which is actually like a big fucking thing, because I love just looting in these games. I love going through those vaults and finding everything and hanging on to it, and then eventually I become over encumbered and you can't move. And that happens to me in the normal game. And the only change for the hardcore mode is your ammunition now has weight.
No.
Yeah. So like everything else still has weight. Like you still have the normal weight concern, but also you can't carry too much ammo, which really sucks because I like to keep myself well stocked on that stuff. I like to be able to shoot my way out of a predicament.
You need a melee build.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. You got to be a guy with a fucking, suddenly that barbed wire bat ain't sounding so bad, is it?
Do the Fallout games do the whole like skill thing that like the Elder Scrolls games do? Yeah.
I haven't played the Elder Scrolls games, but yes, there are skill points to be assigned, and yes.
Okay, so yeah, you can just focus on like hand-to-hand combat, right? Because that's what I like to do in those games, is just focus on the hand-to-hand combat and never use weapons. And get to the point where you can just punch anybody in the face and kill them immediately.
I mean, that's also a really good idea, and like I think totally a reasonable thing to do in these games. Like because they've got the fun weapons and shit, and it's a fun way to play. Like it incentivizes you to play again. It's like, you know what, this time I don't want to be the guy with the big iron on his hip. I want to be the guy walking around with a boxing glove with a bunch of knives strapped to it, just punching robots and shit. Like, cool. That's how I'm gonna play this one. And yeah, it's fun like that. So yeah, you do like a super strong run and not so much like an intelligence run. I think I read somewhere there was somebody that did like for their New Vegas run, they put all their points into luck and nothing else. So like so they were the luckiest character in the fucking game. Like all kinds of weird shit would happen to them, but like they couldn't carry anything. They couldn't fucking aim a gun because that uses your intelligence fucking like stat. They had no stamina. Like, you're just like this wandering dipshit that things just keep going right for. I'm like, that actually is really funny. Like,
story of my life.
Yeah. You're just wandering around the desert and just by accident you fucking save the world. Like, cool. Thanks. You're really good at blackjack. You're like, fucking. You like go to the casino and you're Rain Man and you just win all the fucking blackjack games, and that's how you win Fallout New Vegas. Great way to go through it. Yeah, it's a cool ass game. A lot of stuff to explore, a lot of fun to be had. Just big wide open world. Desert setting is a little desolate for my taste, but it's got some fun areas in it. There's like a super mutant camp at like an old ski resort, which, as somebody who recently went on vacation and spent time at an old ski resort, quite frankly, good place for a bunch of super mutants. Nobody's gonna care if you're up there. Like, you go to a nice old ski lodge and it's full of hideous mutants. Yeah, cool. Have fun. Y'all.
Wait, John, were you just at like a ski resort that's been around a while, or were you at like an old abandoned ski resort on your vacation?
Oh yeah, no, I was at fucking.
This is ours now.
Right. What's that horror game that Ryan Drake brought on the show? I was doing that for my vacation. It was horrifying, is what it was, but we had a lot of fun. Yeah, we went to an old abandoned ski resort in North Carolina.
Real bonding moment.
Yeah, Until Dawn. That's the game I'm trying to think of. Yeah, went with my family up there, and it just so happened to coincide with the 1-year anniversary of one of our friends' hideous grisly disappearance and death. We had a blast at the old ski resort, man.
Jesus.
David, you haven't played Until Dawn?
No, I have not.
Okay, spoilers.
That's clearly what I was referring to in that statement.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we went to a mountain top thing in North Carolina, and it was like it was near a in-use ski resort, but like our cabin was at like a slope that was not being maintained by the resort at this time. So like it was pretty cool, and it had kind of the vibe of like, wow, this is a weird fucking abandoned ski resort, but like right over there's people skiing. But like we had a weird slope all to ourselves with like kind of rinky-dink fucking like makeshift heaters and things that weren't in use. There was clearly an abandoned chairlift on the way to our cabin, which there's something really creepy about a fucked up old abandoned chairlift. Like, it seems like the kind of thing like, why would they ever abandon a chairlift unless someone died on it?
Someone fell out of it.
Yeah, exactly. You look at a chairlift that's fallen into disrepair. It's like, no, something's wrong here. Seems wrong that we have to drive under this thing to get to our lovely cabin, but hey, here we are. But yeah, it's so it wasn't so much like Fallout New Vegas, but again, if a bunch of super mutants want to live at a fucking abandoned like mountaintop resort, like, no, it's a good place for them. Nobody's gonna fucking bother you up there unless they have all-wheel drive, which doesn't really come up in the Fallout world because it's the post-apocalypse. So it's cool. Yeah, this game's great. I kind of want to revisit it. I almost have been tempted into playing Fallout 76. Like, I read those things that said like they kind of fixed this. And I'm like, if they fixed it, I could see playing this. I still enjoyed Fallout 4 after that one came out. Like, I love getting into these worlds and exploring. What I don't love so much in thinking about Fallout 76 is running into anybody else. I don't want that in these games. I want to go it alone, baby. That's my Fallout vibe. So maybe Fallout 76 isn't for me. Jesse, did you talk about that as though you've played it? You got a little time in on 76?
Yeah, it's pretty fun, but like you said, you don't want to run into other players.
Right.
Although the players I ended up running into like helped me out. They like gave me like laser pistols and stuff, and I'm like, okay, this guy's all right. So
yeah,
just depends on the people.
Blow
I
up
guess.
your galleon.
Right.
No.
Exactly. Yeah, they didn't blow up your nuclear sloop.
No, they did not.
Nuclear sloop.
It's a Fallout thing, John. You check your sloop boy and continue on your pirate journey in the mountains. Anyway, yeah, game's dope. Great soundtrack. Just a hell of a vibe. I wish I could remember more specific things to talk about. But yeah, I love a good open world. Just going around exploring, looting, and shooting. That's my kind of vibe right there. So, Johnny, let's send it over to the calculating computer, my man.
Calculating computer activated.
I'm just trying to say that Yoshi's Cookie is pretty good and you match cookies. Can I say that? Can I? No? Fuck, man.
Scoring complete. This game's winner is Jesse Moore.
Hell yeah, man.
Yes.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Good game.
Thank you.
Yeah, hell of a game. Way to plan ahead. When I announced the theme last week, way to make a confusing follow-up statement that confused David into game overing himself tonight. That's playing the long game, Jesse, and I love it.
That's how I roll.
Always thinking 3 steps ahead. So yeah, hell of a game, hell of a win for you, man. And I think you got to come up with a fantastic theme for next week's episode. So what do you got in mind, man?
I was thinking, how about games released in the past 5 years?
Games released since 2016, a time that we all really want to go back and live through again. What a time it was.
Oh yeah, 2016.
The start of Game That Tune.
Yeah.
The best 5 years of our lives, guys.
Games from Game That Tune. But not a redo episode.
Right. Yeah. Game That Tune games, not yet featured on Game That Tune. That's a well-expressed theme. I think it's pretty great, man. So you talking like last 5 years as a recording date, or are we just saying 2016 and beyond? Like if I choose a January 2016 game, is it going to fuck everything up?
Yeah, 2016 until, today.
Yeah. Cool.
Next week, something comes out Tuesday that you're like, this is great, then use it.
Count me in, baby. Hell yeah. I like it. I like setting arbitrary date constraints. I feel like we haven't done that a lot recently. I feel like we need to get back into doing that. I was really enjoying doing games from 10 years, game from 20 years, games whatever. we need to get back into themes like that because clearly we're not going to record a new episode of GTT Gems anytime soon. So great theme, Jesse. Hell of a pick. And let's do it up, man. 2016 to present. No further comment on that until next week's episode. So thank you everybody so much for listening. What a show it's been. Thanks everybody watching along live with us. We're live every Wednesday night. We're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Search for Game That Tune. Thanks to everybody listening in podcast form. Find us at Game That Tune or anywhere you get your podcasts. We appreciate you guys listening. Thanks to everybody checking out patreon.com/Game That Tune. It's the home for awesome exclusives. Like I said, we do the occasional mixtape, the occasional GTT gems. I am determined to get that show back on track at some point. There's so much music to talk about and play, and just so little time to set aside to record. And we do movie commentaries. We have a lot of fantastic, fun stuff going on over there at Patreon. And you help keep the lights on at GTT Radio or 24/7 live stream. So check out patreon.com/Game That Tune. Consider throwing a little scratch our way. We love you guys. Special thanks to the Absurd fans, Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, Damian Beckles, Bradford Stevens, Daniel Perky, Taylor Weiss, Sam L. Mork, and Tasty. Just a pile of fantastic fellas over there at patreon.com/Game That Tune. Thank you to Mork, our first ever, second ever game over requester. I think we did come up with that in the chat before. Somebody else did get a game over. Though I don't think we game over the requester specifically in that instance. This one felt malicious towards Mork, so we want Mork to know it's
Love you,
personal,
Mork.
baby. We love you, pal, and we hope that you're not frozen, Shining style in your Texas home, but you've been game over. So
We're not game overing his request. We're game overing him.
Oh God.
Yep. Mork is canceled. Patreon refunded. He is no longer a fan.
Well, let's not go that far.
Yeah. We're gonna have to program a new feature into GTT Radio to limit the amount of requests he gets to make. We got a lot of punishments in store for anybody that wants to get their request game over. So,
we are revoking your Patreon benefits. We're keeping your money, but we're revoking your benefits.
You may no longer tell people about our movie commentaries. But yeah, it was a good request until we realized it didn't fit the theme. So make your requests better than his in our Discord server, or send us an email, gamethattune@gmail.com, or find us on Twitter at gamethattune. Hit us up there. Or you can find us individually on Twitter. I'm there at jgangsta187. You can find John Regan on Twitter at
JP Regan JR.
You can find David Fleming on Twitter at
DFD Fleming.
And you can find this week's winner and the Game That Tune champion, Jesse Moore, on Twitter at
Sega_legend.
Hell yeah, Jesse. So, champ, you've got the tunes for the bonus segment of the show. We call them the bonus tunes. What are you taking us home with tonight?
So we've had Final Fantasy Fever recently. And, when they remade Final Fantasy VII, I was like, I wonder if they're going to remake Black Materia. Well, Mega Ran did remake Black Materia. So here's one of the songs off his new album, Absolute.
Hell yeah. Mega Ran appearing on Game That Tune for free. Peace out, everybody.
Yeah. Is it right to go on? They're all gone. They died for the planet. Will they ever forgive us? Right now, I really don't know. Yeah. I've been real. When I'm with ill, I spit skills, get gilled like mithril, blow like a pinwheel, live from the live stream. Tighten your flows that get tossed in the cycle of souls, and only the foolish try to rest. No, full well it's suicide. Monsters traveled here on the last lunar cry. Prototype of the aura site, archetype, parasite. Get your data right or get shot at like time. A lyrical rhyme slave, erasure from my digital mind wave. Start up the crime wave. Project G when the meteor falls. Saw the future without reading your palms. I read 13 chapters and the rappers come after. Ran in major blow like Mako reactors. Keep the sister ray equipped to stray. Command counter with the ultimate, bring it into your day. Absolute, think you can stand the avalanche. Grab a sword, level up a family, you don't have a chance. We got the superior material, beware of the various various terrors. We prepare for you, clear your area, it gets scarier. Absolute, think you can stay in the avalanche. Traverse or level up a family, you don't have a chance. We got the superior material. Beware of the various terrors. We prepare for you, clear your area, it gets scarier.
Yeah, lights out in the city. For the right, kill my cut ties with my pity. Come alive when it's gritty. Keep more than a buster on my back. Do it for the scene, not talking film, it's not an act. System failure from the top down. Pressure from technology, guess we should play the cop now. How we get so lost, wow. Soldier up, it just be a statistic. Genova cells are flowing through the veins of every misfit. Wouldn't miss it for the world, I'll just switch up the stand. Chin on nothing, I won't let my adversaries invade. Better throw up your hand, feel that light stream pumping. Mako green lights, hit the gas, hard thumping. We don't ever fall down, we don't ever give up. When it's crunch time, avalanches coming in clutch. Got the bomb set, now the plan is about to erupt. So when they ask if I'll be calling that bluff, I'll say
absolute, think you can stay in the avalanche. Grab a sword, level up a family, you don't have a chance. We got the superior material. Beware of the various terrors. We prepare for you, clear your area, it gets scarier. Absolute, think you can stay in the avalanche. Grab a sword, level up a family, you don't have a chance. We got the superior material. Beware of the various terrors. We prepare for you, clear your area, it gets scarier.
Ghost of Tsushima is copyright 2020 Sucker Punch Studios and Sony Interactive Entertainment. Sea of Thieves is copyright 2018 Rare Limited. Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos is copyright 2002 Blizzard Entertainment. Avenging Spirit is copyright 1992 CP Brain. Fallout New Vegas is copyright 2010 Obsidian Entertainment and Bethesda Softworks.